Time to mix sports and the law as we do every Thursday. Steve Moskowitz is in studio for a second time this week, and we're wondering about this Barry Bonds perjury trial scheduled to begin the first day of spring on March the 21st, but so many delays. Will it begin this time, do you think, Steve?
It's going to depend on what happens before the trial. And a big deal here is the prosecution wants Greg Anderson to testify. Otherwise, there's an awful lot of evidence that can't come in because of procedural. Greg says no, and they already put him in jail, and he won't do it. So what the prosecution wants to do is say, okay, we'll call him up to the stand, we'll ask him the questions, and then when he refuses to answer, say, Judge, throw that man in jail, and essentially parade him in front of the jury and say, see, he's covering up. Bond's side is saying, wait a minute, you can't do that. There's already case precedent that says it's prosecution misconduct to do that. And also, if I was a lawyer there, I'd say, you know, this is just like a prosecutor commenting on somebody's privilege on the Fifth Amendment. You're not allowed to do that. So that's the big deal. It's called a motion in limine, where you go into court and say, Judge, don't let him say this.
Greg Anderson's already served a lot of jail time.
Yes,
I think when you added up a year.
Yes.
So, I mean, if he's gone that far, why wouldn't he take it to the ninth inning, you know, using a baseball analogy here? I mean, he's not going to testify now if he hasn't previously.
If I were a betting man, I'd say he's fixed in his position, and he'd say, put him away if you have to, but he's not going to talk.
Can the feds win without Greg Anderson's testimony?
That's a toughie, because if they can't bring in that, then they're going to try to go to his former friend that helped him with the sports memorabilia business and say, well, look, he has records, and go back and look at this. But then you get to another issue. You're talking about 2003 and 2004 and the jury. Isn't this 2011 now, and he's not playing ball anymore, and he's had a lot of problems? So it's some real old evidence, and there's some problems there. But that's something that I think Bond's side is worried about, because that fellow could present some damaging evidence. They also want to bring in the girlfriend,
Kimberly Bell,
saying, well, look, and testify about portions of his anatomy and some physical evidence.
Which portions might that be, Steve?
A variety of portions.
His hair falling out.
Well, that could
acne
be
on his back.
That could be one thing, and other
things.
And you know, again, there's some problems there as to the credibility of her testimony. There's lots of problems there, but again, it could be